Then that's racism. That's crazy. I expected. Did you do it? Okay, I'm gonna stop. But like honestly, I expected some shit like that.
Running like a different company every few years. Like the industry is changing that fast. The technology
We
that we're
need
building is changing that fast.
4K.
It's a fantastic race though, because each race is different. It's like a different movie, but it's a more exciting movie each time.
Today is a really big day.
Lisa Su, the CEO of Advanced Micro Devices, likes to be in the driver's
Is that what AMD stands for? Advanced Micro Devices? Aura.
seat. Born in Taiwan and raised in New York with a passion for electrical engineering and 3D
So cool. Isn't it crazy how she learned off of books? How did people learn how to code back then? Books. There was an old technology that was neither hardware nor software, but you could call it hardware. It was paper.
Born in Taiwan and raised in New York with a passion for electrical engineering.
Like what even is this? In a suitcase? Portable computer? It might be. That's soda. I want soda.
And 3 degrees from MIT, Sue worked at a couple of big-name chip makers before clinching a big victory.
You just know she was getting like abs.
And they would say, "What? Like
That's
what's
cool.
that? Like you build chips? Like what does that mean?" People didn't even understand like where technology really fit in the grand scheme of things. Like now, everybody knows. Like everybody talks about chips.
Chips rule just about everything around us.
course.
It's one of the most ubiquitous and consequential technologies in the world. They power your smartphones, cars, planes, power grids, the internet, the global economy,
and even Formula One races, where AMD sponsors the Mercedes-AMG Petronas team.
I think the adaptability that you need to have in this sport is similar to a high-performance real-world company. The technology develops, and that's why it's so much fun. And what I love is the stopwatch never lies.
The stopwatch never lies. Is that Aura? Is that Aura, guys?
chips are at the heart of a global technology race and a battle for supremacy between China and the United States.
Type shit.
So for the
What's new? So it's the Chinese and the US. What's new?
AMD CEO, the heat is on. She's in the middle of a race of her own, pulling off the impossible by surpassing arch rival Intel, only to find that AI has completely changed the game. And now NVIDIA is in the lead. I'm in Austin to see how Sue competes on and off the track, and if she can pull off the unthinkable once again.
What the fuck is this mic picking up? All right, I got chips. Type shit.
Hello, hello.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming.
So the first thing we did when we got here is we went to your lab and your engineers made us this chip. Wow. It's our own chip. The circuit on a circuit.
This is our epic with the circuit with Emily Chang.
You've been CEO of AMD for 10 years. You've been working in the chip industry for decades.
But I want to go back to a moment. When did you first hear that you were going to be CEO of AMD?
It's a phone call you get from your chairman of the board. And he said, Lisa, can you talk? I'm like, sure. And he goes, it's time. And I'm like, time for what? He said, the board has made a decision and they would like you to be the next CEO. I said, okay.
Well, how did that feel?
Basically saying, you want the keys to the kingdom? Shit crazy. Hella power.
Because it was a tough time. AMD was trading at $2 a share. One guy said it was deader than dead. What made you think you could prove them wrong?
The opportunity to be CEO of AMD, it was truly like a dream come true. It's like, wow, okay. Like you think that maybe you can do this? And here you're gonna have the opportunity to lead a major semiconductor company on, yes, you're right, it wasn't the best time, but I was pretty confident that we had the right pieces. They just needed to be put together in the right way.
AMD was founded in 1969 by executives from Fairchild Semiconductor, the famed company that pioneered integrated circuits. Founder Jerry Sanders was famous for saying, "Real men have fabs." Those are the plants that manufacture chips. AMD started off as a memory chip maker like Intel and followed its larger rival into new markets, but always struggled to achieve the scale and performance Intel enjoyed. With a cash crisis on its hands, AMD had to spin off those fabs and outsource its manufacturing. A sign of the uphill battle Sue was facing, few believed AMD would make it until she started making her moves.
Now AMD stock is trading in a totally different stratosphere.
Bro, she got aura. She got aura. So she's the one that brought her from the dirt into riches? But isn't AMD like, I don't want to say a billionaire company, but like multi-billionaire company? That shit crazy. That shit crazy.
There a moment along the way where you really saw AMD turn a corner?
Probably the most important moment for us was the launch of our new architecture, the launch of Zen. You'll hear us talk about Zen a lot. Zen was our clean sheet design to really design the next generation architecture in CPUs for the next decade.
AMD's main competition in designing the best chips comes.
I don't think this interviewer knows exactly just how cool this all is. The Zen architecture was groundbreaking. Affordable yet powerful.
From two players, NVIDIA in graphics processing units, or GPUs, and Intel in central processing units, or CPUs. A CPU is the Swiss Army knife of semiconductors. They run operating systems and programs, retrieve files, and are generally the heart of a computer. A GPU, or graphics chip, is much more specialized. They were designed to do multiple small calculations simultaneously. That parallel processing makes them ideal for AI. The new Zen architecture put AMD back on top and gave it a range of chips capable of taking market share from Intel.
You proved the naysayers wrong. That has to feel like vindication. Like, do you ever just like shut the door and go, yes, all by yourself?
I don't know that I do that, Emily. Those first few years were more about just stabilizing the company and getting ourselves on a good roadmap. And then we went through a period of just tremendous growth around the portfolio.
Come on now. Big Chang won't ever admit to that. Big Chang won't ever admit to that. But Big Chang did. Big Chang did. Come on now. Stop playing with Big Chang. This is the Big Chang. Come on now.
And now we're in the AI world.
This current AI wave is moving so fast. How would you describe the pace right now?
I truly believe AI is the most transformational technology that I've seen in my career. And we've seen all kinds of technology transitions. We've seen the rise of the internet. We've seen the rise of the PCs, mobile phones, cloud. All of these things were all really mega trends. I think AI actually surpasses all of that. The rate and pace of change in the
That's crazy. So when is it gonna start helping my life? Stop making things so unaffordable. Huh? Huh? First it was human scalpers, now it's actually the AI overlords.
industry,
Fuck.
it's like faster than anything we've ever seen. It's like we've made more progress in the last 18 months than certainly the last 10 plus years.
Now, to win and keep winning, you have to keep at the pace and keep bringing the heat over decades. How do you keep up your own pace, personally?
I really enjoy just the learning part of technology and the learning part of being in our industry. Like I spend a lot of time with our engineers as they're developing products, and in every one of those conversations, I learn something. And I learn something that I can then say, hey, you know, maybe we should do this just a little bit differently. I come here for two reasons. I come when there are good things, because I want to be able to see some of the new technology myself. And then I come when there's a problem. And when there's a problem, I'm here to cheer them up.
To cheer them up,
Oh,
not
yes.
to crack the whip?
No, because at the end of the day, like, these guys love what they do.
I've heard you make some late night trips to the lab.
I've done late nights, I've done weekends. I don't want to surprise them. It'd be too much of a surprise. I can't just pop in.
You might have a heart attack.
That's right. I'm going to show you some of our latest tech. This is a gaming chip. We're pretty sure when it launches, it will be the fastest gaming chip in the world.
What makes you think this is the fastest gaming chip in the world?
It has a special technology, which we call X3B, which puts,
But I just was talking to myself. That's probably a Ryzen 7 7800 X3D chip. That's the one I wanted for my computer. But I have a Ryzen 7 7700X chip, which is still really good, but I wanted that one. Hey, she's right. That is the fastest gaming chip on the market. So cool.
memory really stacked on top of the processor. So it's phenomenal for gaming.
The fastest gaming chip in the world. Does it look like it? Who would know? She would.
We talked a lot about AI.
I mean, just a point. Who wouldn't know?
Yeah.
You need to at least see the technology.
wanna see it.
So let's take a look here.
Bring it on.
Yeah. So what we have here is our, these are our AI chips. This is MI300. Engineering sample, it says, and this is how it looks actually on the board.
Boo.
Heavy. The weight of AI.
So this is currently in production. One of the things that that we run is sort of a lot of the AI workloads, the stuff that's running on Microsoft Azure, GPT, GPT-4o, those things they're running on MI300 Meta's Llama.
Did I hear that you refer to these machines as your children?
They're all my kids, yes. So if you were to actually step into my library at home, you would see chips galore, because every time I launch a chip, like I save that as a souvenir. And there's no favorite, although I have to.
That's probably me if I was a tech company, tech president. Every single chip has to be saved. Eventually, it'll just be a room full of chips. Because technology moved quick. You see, when she was young, it was still like, I don't want to say primitive technology, but like primitive technology. Now, 30 years later, like she's seen 8-bit and she's seen ray tracing. Isn't that crazy? I think that's crazy.
Say this one has gone a long way, so
Shh, don't say it too loudly.
In this new race to deliver the best chips for AI, Sue is focused on catching up to NVIDIA. A niche player that got its start in the 90s making chips for computer graphics and video games, NVIDIA realized early on that its GPUs could be pivotal for AI, and suddenly blew past its competitors when ChatGPT came on the scene. NVIDIA's chips are the hot commodity for Meta, Google and Amazon, sending its stock through the roof and besting Apple as the most valuable company in the world.
NVIDIA is seen as the dominant force in AI right now, and AMD is widely considered the next best.
Stone cold. She's like, her eyes say for right now. Her eyes say for right now. Man, these agents don't play. When they want to be at the top, they're gonna be at the top. Our soccer shit.
Option. Is that good enough for you? Do you like being seen as the underdog?
I wouldn't call it a like or dislike. What I would say is, AMD has had a history of doing amazing things. And from that standpoint, we've always been in this place where we haven't necessarily had the same amount of people that other larger companies have, but we've certainly punched well above our weight in terms of technology capability, in terms of impact on the industry.
This is the most complex, highest performance computer.
People are kind of obsessed with the fact that you and Jensen are distant cousins. I know that you are competitors, but do you ever trade notes? Distant cousins. People are kind of obsessed with the fact that you and Jensen are distant cousins. I know that you are competitors, but do you ever trade notes?
Well, first of all, Jensen is brilliant, so I fully admire him for that.
Are you kidding me? The two industry giants are relatives? Are you kidding me? This is all just some family rivalry? That's crazy. I knew they looked alike.
We were really distant, so we didn't grow up together. We actually met at an industry event, so it wasn't until we were well into our careers.
So no family dinners, just to put the rumor to rest.
No family dinners. And it's an interesting coincidence.
So many of your customers are building their own chips. Hyperscalers like Apple and Meta and Google and Microsoft and Amazon. Is that a threat?
This is a huge market, Emily. There's like more than enough chips for everybody to build.
Wait, I like this interviewer. That's crazy. Is that a threat? Like, damn. She's not holding no punches. No punches at all, bro. That's crazy. I feel stuffy. She says. But she's not. She's not holding no punches. That's funny. I still find it crazy how they're cousins. Distant cousins, but cousins. They do look alike though. Must be some like a strong ancestor genes or some shit. Because they do look alike. They do.
And the beauty of this is everyone's recognized that chips are so important. Yes, so it's natural that they're going to have their own capability.
Has the shakeup of a very established industry surprised even you?
It has a little bit, I have to say. When you think about this conversation about the resiliency of the world depending on semiconductor diversification, like those kinds of things, those are big things. They're beyond an industry. They're really sort of underpinning sort of the global economy, underpinning national security. It is something that, for someone who's been in semiconductors for a long time, it's different.
This is a very complex business with trillions of moving parts. One wrong bet or manufacturing delay can cost billions and give competitors the chance to jump ahead. Just ask Intel.
It's just been a stunning fall from grace.
This company used to be the world's dominant chip maker.
Over the years, they have fallen away from being the leader. Their technology is not advanced.
We saw the worst share decline in about 40 years for the company.
It's true though.
Jobs.
They've always been on the brink and they always seem to find a way, but we've never seen anything like this.
Back in San Francisco, I wanted to get perspective on the changing dynamics of the chip industry from Bloomberg reporter Ian King, who knows the stakes better than anyone else.
Explain the pace of the chip industry. Does it feel like a race to you?
It's absolutely a race. It's a murderous race. You fall behind, you are in big trouble. For decades, Intel had more resources than anybody else, more revenue, and was way ahead. It set the agenda. Takes 5 years off, basically made some bad decisions that it shouldn't have made. And now we're in a position where they might never catch up again, right? the train does not wait for anybody.
What do you think Lisa's legacy will be?
It's already cast in stone, right? They're going to build a statue of her because she took a company that was an also-ran that used to get laughed at, almost made a difference, right, AMD, and made it a significant provider of cutting-edge technology, a serious company, one that people believe in and trust, and she did that.
Are we trading the dominance of one company for another?
The direction for the industry was set by Intel for decades. Right now, the whole AI thing is built on NVIDIA. NVIDIA is coming out with software, new chips, new services faster than anybody else is, and everybody's just following them because that's the easy thing to do. At a certain point, they become utterly pervasive, and then the cost of replacing them becomes difficult.
So what does AMD have to do to catch up?
Depends what you mean by catch up, right? This industry tends to have a very strong player, number one, in each market, good number two, and then a number three where you're like, why are you bothering? At the moment, AMD is a solid number two and doing well. They have billions of dollars of revenue from this AI accelerator that they didn't have last year. So they're doing way better, but compared to the tens of billions of dollars that Jensen's bringing in at NVIDIA, they're a long way behind.
Let's talk a little bit about the geography. How did the chip industry become so concentrated in Taiwan?
The industry is concentrated in South Korea in memory, in Taiwan with logic manufacturing. Intel used to sneer at them and say, outsourced manufacturing in semiconductors doesn't make sense. It's not practical. It'll never be as good as we are. Guess what? It's way better than they are right now. It's enabled NVIDIA, it's enabled AMD.
Damn. So they got proven wrong. That's crazy. But I wonder why they were thinking that, and I wonder how it worked out in the end. Cause that's crazy. Go get your treat. Oh, dumb dogs. But that's really cool. I think that's really cool. Damn, yeah, I don't even need this side of my desk, really. I think I'm gonna buy a new desk pad. Desk pad for my keyboard. Yeah. Should I just buy a really big one? I don't know. I gotta think about it. Oh, did I touch it? What did I just do?
Built on the document that almost made a difference, right, AMD, and made it a significant provider of...
Okay, we're not that far. Oof, I thought I messed it up.
cutting-edge technology, a serious company, one that people believe in and trust, and she did that.
Are we trading the dominance of one company for another?
Strategic look at Taiwan in terms of taking hold of it.
For the chips? So they're gonna be like gunpoint, make the chips. And then like they're all fucked? That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know how I feel about that.
Will silicon...
We need all these virtue signalers to get on this. Where they at? Help the billion-dollar corporation.
ever move back to Silicon Valley in a meaningful way? Like, will chip manufacturing come back to the U.S.?
I think we will see chip manufacturing back in the U.S.
Never.
I think we should recognize, though, that the semiconductor world is global. Like, that ship has sailed.
Was moving manufacturing abroad a mistake?
Oh wait, she's Chinese. Not Japanese. I don't know what they call outsiders in Chinese.
In hindsight, I think we would have been happier if there was more manufacturing in the U.S.
American manufacturing, the backbone of our economy, began to get hollowed out. Companies moved jobs overseas. Today, we're down to producing only around 10% of the world's chips, despite leading the world in research and design of new chip technologies.
The US government is considering capping exports of your chips and NVIDIA's to other countries. Is that the right call?
The technology that we're building is some of the most powerful chips in the world. And so we totally get that there's a national security element of it. We want there to be as open a market as possible while still taking into account, the national security interests. And it's a give and take.
Do you worry about the future of Taiwan?
We all worry about ensuring that there is resiliency in the supply chain. So put China and Taiwan aside. A few years ago, we had, a big storm in Texas, and things were out for a few days. That's geographic concentration that you want to make sure that there's resiliency for.
You were born in Taiwan, and I know you go back to your hometown often. What's your favorite thing to do when you're not visiting Fab?
That's crazy. She's keeping her cool really well. Damn, it's crazy how the Chinese is really trying to take Taiwan, even though they already left them. They're like, no, you still belong with us. Damn, prayers to Taiwan, bro. That shit, that shit's fucked. I don't know. The world is so weird now. There's edits about China, but then China's doing this, so it's I don't know. You really can't get your information from the internet. Obviously, but you really can't. For the love of God, don't. It's all wrong. Every single thing everything says on the internet is wrong.
I really do love Taiwan. And I was born in Tainan, so it's a small city in the southern part of Taiwan. Actually, I was just there not too long ago to visit family, and we have a big family. My dad had 9 siblings, and my mom had 6, so it was a big family. So there are lots and lots of cousins and aunts and uncles and all of that, and so yeah, it's just fun to kind of be a part of that.
Everyone's curious about the habits of super
She didn't answer the question, but okay.
successful leaders. What are your go-tos? What's in your daily routine?
Well, this morning I was up at 6:30 boxing, so that's in the daily routine. Need to have energy when you start a morning.
Heck yeah.
And a day is either here in the office or it's on the road. But when I'm here in Austin, it's a good day.
When the pace is relentless and perfect execution.
She's ready to fuck up her workers. You don't want to work? You don't work overtime? Ooh,
is the only option. Sometimes you need to take your foot off the gas and watch another team compete for some inspiration.
Formula One is the most technologically advanced motorsport in the world, and AMD's chips give the Mercedes F1 team an edge in the competition.
Sue is giving us a front row seat to the action because, well, she likes fast cars too.
We have a lot of Porsches in our
interviewer is bad.
That's our thing. One of the things is all of my cars have our product names on it. So I have a Ryzen, and I have an Epic, and I have a Radeon, and I have an Epic 2.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I heard there's an AMD color way.
There is a color palette. The Epic color is graphite blue metallic, and it's a gorgeous color.
And that's the color of your Porsche.
It is.
That's epic.
Damn, she got a Porsche.
An F1 car.
Okay, big moves, big moves.
It absolutely does. It's actually even more than that. I mean, the car itself is just one piece of the equation, right? What's so amazing about the entire Formula One technologies, it's the car, but then it's also just everything behind it that helps get the car ready.
I mean, it's filled with chips and sensors.
I love the fact that, Toto actually keeps us informed about how things are going. And, it's great that our technology helps them make some of those adjustments.
At Formula One, along with star driver Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes racing boss Toto Wolff is an institution. He works hand in hand with companies like AMD and a team of elite engineers to push the limits of.
He looks like the most generic race car driver dude ever. Is that actually how they look? What the fuck? I don't know. I had 2 on here. I want to sing. I want to see. Okay, right there is good.
Speed and performance for their cars.
There's a million different things that go into winning. How do you figure out the one thing that nobody else knows?
There is no such thing as one thing.
Oh my god, he even sounds like a race car driver. Is he from France? Oh, you're so from France. Oh.
I agree with you. It's true.
Chip
Absolutely.
industry or motor racing is just good engineering. Empowerment of people, development of people.
Oh, he's a German. What the heck? Hold on.
And giving them the tools to come up with good ideas and make them reality.
Speaking of the technology, how do you think AI is going to change racing?
Engineers would always say the weakness of the car sits between the steering wheel and the engine because it's irrational. It has good and bad days. This human interaction is difficult to replicate because it's an infinite amount of data we generate. The driver has so many sensors. We have hundreds of millions, if not billions, of sensors in our body that make the individual still much superior to the machine and the racing car. So we are in our infant's shoes in terms of AI and application in Formula One.
Interviewer is bad.
Great to see you.
Lovely to see you.
What's your vibe today? What do you think? How are you feeling?
Practice one was horrendous. It's like the worst practice. I had a big spin. This is a circuit where all the high speed, it's all about confidence. You have to get building blocks. So when you have a spin like that, it knocks you down the ladder. Okay, you don't have a lot of time to get back there. So in this session, I just have to like go for it and hope that the car is there.
And you're so involved on the engineering side of things. Like, what drives you to do that?
That's the fun part. So that's where you tap into your creativity.
Damn, that German guy's
I'm not an
tall.
expert in terms of the car, but I love trying to understand it and trying to see if I can pull something out of the designers that they haven't already done.
Yeah. By the way, Lewis is a gamer too, so he uses some of our gaming technology. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. I only have
That's
like
fire.
But I've been looking recently, like, what else is there? I know there's a lot that I'm missing.
The thing that there's such a nice parallel.
Bruh, only Call of Duty.
We learn in every race. It's the same thing in our world in technology, right? We learn with every customer environment that we put our technology in. With
Oh, they even make graphics cards.
F1 season, like every race, you learn something and you adjust.
He probably has a whole new
While
setup.
it's still early days in the next great technology race, Sue has shown she can master a pivot and deliver results, something none of her predecessors could at a company that many had written off.
And typical of Sue, she skips the victory lap and is laser focused on the next step forward.
What else do you want to accomplish in the world, aside from making AMD succeed?
I'm passionate about the next generation of leadership. So I was very lucky in my career. People paid attention and gave me opportunities. I believe that's part of my job as well. There should be more women in technology. I think more. Like we've made a lot of progress over the last number of years, but there's a lot more to do.
So what's the lesson in there?
Have confidence in yourself, right? Take a chance. Like, don't worry about failure. Like, sit in those meeting rooms and say what's on your mind and volunteer. I was given this advice when I was a young engineer. It was, run towards problems. And what does that mean? It means, look, we're all gonna work really hard every day. You might as well work really hard on something that is really important. And so look for that hardest problem to solve and volunteer to help because you're gonna learn a lot in the process. You're gonna distinguish yourself.
She
And what's the worst thing
cooking.
that's gonna happen?
She's
Like, you
cooking.
make a mistake. Okay, fine. Get up. The next day is another day and you will have learned so much in that process.
That was fire. That was fire. That was fire. The interviewer was bad. Not gonna lie. Damn. This is what I was talking about, guys. I was talking about this at first, but this is what I really meant. This is I didn't know if it was Ryzen 9 or 7. What? What a weirdo. That's fire, yeah. She had a bunch of cool quotes in there, bro. She had Aura. Lisa Sue. Oh, she's Emily Chang. Emily Chang kind of bad. All right, y'all. That's enough. Maybe I'll get back on later, but later.